Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel Techado, and there's a few updates that I want to let you guys know that one of my videos got taken down. For the first time in my life I have got a community strike for some reason, trying to let you guys know about hydroxychloroquine and aceto and ACE inhibitors, their pathway, their mechanism of action. And I have never discussed drug dosage or anything in that video. Well, if it's gone taken down, I have already appealed. I've decided to move forward and put all my health related videos to Patreon. So I'm trying to make a Patreon page and everything, and slowly I'm going to move some of my builds to Patreon also. So I'll be posting you with links and all that, but today it's all about this quadcopter that I had built last week, and we did not share a flight footage. So we are going to do that. We are going to share you the flight footage of this quadcopter. Now this is not made for cinematic flying. That's where this quadcopter comes into play. As you will see, this one has DJI Osmo Action mount and everything, and this flies very smooth, top mounted battery, and this is a bottom mounted battery. Now there's a difference between top and bottom mounted as far as I am feeling, and I'm going to share you that experience. Okay, so let's watch the footage together, and I'm going to share you my experiences on that also. So I've named this craft as Astro RE, 16.9 volts, which means that I am running 4S on this. Should be running 6S, but I have a couple of 4S's left. In the beginning, I would really tell you one thing. When I'm doing this yaw spin, I'm trying to do some flips, I'm feeling that this quadcopter has got a better, like bottom mounted, has definitely a lot of difference over the top mounted. In bottom mounted batteries, I've seen that as if this quadcopter is a little bit faster and sportier compared to the top mounted one. The top mounted ones tend to be a little bit slower. I mean, that's a personal perspective by testing out like many quads over the years. Right now I'm hitting really high speed, and I'm at round about 60 to 70% throttle, and that's what I was trying to see what happens if I go like 60 to 70% throttle. You'll see that my volt draw or amp draw is more also. I did not post the amp draw or anything. Out here I'm just going to do some backflips. I'm going to check out prop wash. But man, with Betaflight 4.0 stock tune, this I have not tuned yet. Stock tune, this flies amazing. So out of the box, stock tune is amazing on these flight controllers. If you have not watched the build video, you know what sort of flight controller I'm using. If not, I'm using a Mamba F405 flight controller, and I'm using an iFlight ESC 4-in-1 ESC that's capable up to 2.226S. Again, some front flips and back flips. These are very important when you are first time flying a quad, to check out how you feel about the quad. And I was not noticing any sort of prop wash. Now you might be asking me, thus, why are you still flying old school in props in props in view? Why are you still flying props in view kind of quad? Like that's old school. The reason behind I fly this props in view is that to hit gaps, because it gives me an orientation. Now a perfect example will be this. Now this is a very small gap, and I know that I have enough of space on the side because I know how much my wingspan is for both of my front and the back of the quadcopter. So as long as you keep yourself straight, or if you are even slightly on the left hand corner, like out here you're going to see that I was slightly on the left hand corner, I can recover myself. Out here I'm just spinning around trying to maintain a position, put the subject in the center to see how it feels, but it really feels snappy fast, like compared to my other quads which are top mounted. Out here I'm just doing like a front flip and like just a couple of rolls here and there, just to understand how this quadcopter gets pulled down by gravity or how fast it's dropping. Because very important to know that, and I've noticed this difference, that bottom mounted ones, I mean, this is totally unscientific, because everything that irrespective of mass will come down come down because of gravitational pull at the same time. But for some reason it feels that it is little bit heavier when you are doing front flips or back flips. Yaw spin and just a rotational spin. Out here we are actually, our field has this cube we call the death cube, and that day we were preparing the cube, we did not set it up yet. So out here you'll be seeing one of my friends, his name is Bernie. He has a channel also, I'll post down link below. of his channel. We were setting up the stuff and everything, but it's not about the death cube or anything. I love to rip that death cube, you know, like it's amazing. Out here you're going to see that I'm going to do a very small flip, but the thing is that I get out of that flip really late. So let's try to get out of that flip a little bit early. So as you can see, this is a perfect examples of getting out of the flip a little bit early. Now here is another mistake. Now I have got props in rotation, which means that the props are flying inwards. If I had a props out rotation, I would have been ejected backwards, you know, like. So I think props out rotation is better in quads, and yes, a lot of people are flying props out. I'm flying props in. I do not know why. The reason I selected props in, because to protect this equipment from any sort of you know, grass or, you know, dirt or anything. I want this to be in my lens. My lens is fine, I don't care about that. I do not want any components to be damaged or get dust or anything. That, I mean, dust will eventually happen, but I do not want it to happen like that, to be very honest. To be very honest, I think this is a perfect build for people, those who are from intermediate to beginner. You guys can follow this build. I like the iFlight ESCs and everything. My motors are pretty darn good. I love those motors, 2207 and emax's motors that are capable of doing 6S. I still fly 4S because for me 4S is more than enough than what I need. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As promised, I told you that I'll share FPV flight of the build. I did not do the GoPro recorded footage only because I do not have the mount, and also I think, you know, if you're an FPV pilot, you will appreciate the FPV feed, the choppy FPV feed that we get while flying. Take care. See you guys on another episode. Goodbye.